Hey, what's happening to you guys? Pyros here and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to give you guys my first impression on Dragon Balls The Breakers. I was able to get access to the closed beta, I believe, and essentially, my thoughts and opinion on the game, it hasn't really changed. I mean, it still looks very mediocre. It played very mediocre in my honest opinion. I don't know, like the entire game just didn't feel polished, but I'm willing to give some suggestions and ideas for the game. Hopefully if they improve it, it might be a pretty good, solid game to play, but overall, it's just my opinion on it. But anyways, here's my thoughts and opinion on Dragon Balls The Breakers. Essentially, the first thing I would say is, okay, I'll speak on the survivors. There's not enough tools to survive Cell's attack, personally. I feel like they should add 1 or 2 items that people can use in order to survive Cell's attacks or any of the villains that ends up getting added into the game. So I don't know what the name of the item is, but Master Roshi's Mafusa thing, the little magical what's it called? It's like an item where you can kind of trap a powerful enemy into it. So if we had that in the game where, if Cell is about to attack a survivor, they can use that item, a one-time use item. They can use it, trap Cell in the bottle, whatever, for like, let's say 1 minute. That will give them enough chance to escape. I feel like after that, I know they have this super transformation thing where you can transform as one of these Z fighters like Goku, Vegeta, or Piccolo, but honestly, using that and trying to fight off Cell wasn't really that efficient either. I mean, for the most part, it's more useful to use it to escape than to confront Cell, because even if you could fight Cell, you're not really doing much damage, and then afterwards, when the timer runs out, you're leaving yourself at a very much disadvantage. So an extra tool like that would be pretty nice. I'm pretty sure that's probably on the table, but that's just something I want to point out. Another thing for the survivors is there has to be a way to communicate with people. You have to allow voice chat, or at least proximity chat. It was so frustrating seeing 2 people with the Dragon Balls and you have all the remaining Dragon Balls and you're trying to get them to drop the Dragon Ball so you can use it to summon Shenron, but they're not doing it, or they're not really following the objective. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a proxy chat to some degree, but there was no way for me to talk to people as far as I can tell. I was looking for it, but there just wasn't the option. No one was talking, and communication is key in these types of games. That's what I would suggest. Allow people to talk, or at the very least, allow them to text if talking is not an option. Now, I think that's about it. I guess more customization option, and more varieties of cities. I know that's gonna be the case, but just more varieties of places to explore and stuff like that. Now, in terms of the raiders, I would say the raider. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the raiders, but this also ties into the survivors as well. The cities needs to feel alive. I'm sorry, but when Cell was going around destroying buildings and stuff like that, I didn't feel anything. Like, it was just like weird seeing Cell just blow up a city. I'm just like, whatever. There needs to be NPCs running around screaming and dying and stuff like that to really make me feel like, wow, we are in a situation where Cell is destroying the cities and people are dying. Everywhere being empty with only 1 or 2 NPCs hiding in a cave just isn't immersive enough. Like, it's a city. I need to see people kind of at the beginning just casually walking around, and as Cell is doing his destruction and his absorbing, we should see more people getting more panicked, running around trying to hide from him and all that stuff. And this ties into where I was going to go into with the raiders. So for Cell needs to absorb 2 people, so in order for him to go to the next level. Now obviously if you add more NPCs, that'll make it so that he will transform a lot faster. So I would say is that instead of absorbing 2 people, he has to absorb 10 people to, I don't know, transform. Or at the very least, not 10 people, but very few humans, NPCs, will have a high enough key where he will be better off going after those particular humans than absorbing random NPCs. So if he's absorbing random NPCs, it won't give him the ability to transform, but if he absorbs the NPCs with the high key, that would be a great way to nerf it, because I'm pretty sure that the reason why they didn't want to add too many NPCs in the game is probably because they don't want the raiders having a difficult time finding the survivors. But that actually ties back to another point when it comes to the Raiders, is that it's actually very easy to find the 7 survivors. When I played the Raiders, it was actually very easy. All I had to do is just fly up and sit there and just watch for any small movement. And once you see them moving around, it's pretty much game over. They can't escape, they can't run. It's over, essentially. Even if they transform, I can see them transforming while up in the air, because a lot of the Raiders, when I was playing, they were low on the ground. They weren't really trying to fly up in the air and staying still. They consistently moved around, but because of the map being so empty, any tiny movement is very easily caught. So having more NPCs running around would make it a lot more challenging for the Raiders to pinpoint who's the players and who's the NPC, but that's just my thoughts and opinion on that. Essentially, aside from that, it's kind of funny how, you know, in the Breakers, the hair animation looks better than in Xenoverse 2, but aside from that, that's just my thoughts on Maiden. I've got nothing else to say about that. The game is pretty much okay. I would not pay money for this game. I think this game will be free to play and microtransaction, which is fine enough for me, but yeah, I mean, I only played it once, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it was interesting, but not necessarily fun, because I didn't go back for the second, so it came in slots, time slots. I only went for one time slot and didn't go for the other ones, because it's like, I got bored. I'll admit it, like, I got bored. It didn't feel spectacular. Like, I mean, if they added my suggestions and make it feel like, wow, we are literally being attacked by Cell, because I honestly feel like a fan game could do better than what they've done, personally. But yeah, that's just my thoughts and opinion on it. Let me know what you guys think. I'm Pyros, and I'll catch you guys next time.